Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation, Module 1 Overview of Russia's Strategy Cyber Capabilities. So this is going to be the agenda for this presentation. We will start from introduction, Russia's information sphere as a battlefield. Global context. Russia have increasingly restricted citizens' internet use. This trend grew after Snowden's 2013 disclosures, which shifted global attitudes towards surveillance and data control. Russia views the information sphere as infrastructure and a contested space in modern warfare. Russia's strategy cyber posture. Since the early 2000s, Russian doctrine has defined the information sphere expansively, covering networks, public trust, and national unity. Currently, this doctrine underpins all Russian cyber strategy. One of Russia's most notorious cyber warfare units is Sandworm. They targeted Ukraine's energy grid, spread the devastating NotPetya malware globally, interfered in democratic elections, and disrupted high-profile global events. So Russia's cyber activities are not limited to official state units. They also draw on a broader ecosystem of actors, patriotic hackers. These are cyber criminals who operate with state tolerance. So, and even private military firms creating an ambiguous environment that blurs lines of accountability. Russia blends cyber attacks with traditional military tactics in hybrid warfare. In Ukraine, for example, malware like Whispergate and Hermetic Wiper has been used to disable systems, create chaos, and undermine public trust alongside physical military operations. And I wanted to share some case studies insights from CyberWire podcast. This podcast confirms the strategy focused on infrastructure disruption, the persistence of Russian operations, and the integration of cyber into hybrid warfare. Um, they have real world examples and they are very interesting because they strengthen our understanding of Russians' long-term cyber objectives. Global implications and future outlook. Russian cyber operations have far-reaching effects. They destabilize infrastructure, erode trust in public systems, and make attributions difficult. But there are ways to mitigate and reduce risk. The global community must maintain vigilance, share intelligence, and adapt strategies to meet these evolving threats. The last module, we explored the who, identifying the key actors involved in Russia's cyber operations, from state agencies to proxy groups and cyber criminals. Now we'll shift to the what, examining the patterns and the geopolitical dynamics that drive their actions. Russia's cyber strategy. Russia's approach to cyberspace is shaped by Cold War traditions. They see it as both a vulnerability to defend and a weapon to protect power. Cyber operations allow Russia to challenge the West at relatively low cost. There are patterns that characterize Russia's way of operating in cyberspace. Since the early 2000s, Russia has consistently relied on cyber operations to exploit vulnerabilities. These patterns blend espionage, data theft, and information operations targeting NATO, the EU, and US institutions as well. I believe there are three main motivations drive Russian cyber operations. The first one is security concerns about NATO and Western restrictions. The second, the need for economic leverage. And the last one, a strong focus on controlling information at home and abroad. Historical context of Russian cyber operations. Russia's cyber strategy is rooted in Soviet era traditions of information warfare by carrying Cold War strategies into cyberspace. Russia extends its long-term geopolitical goals into the digital domain. Russia's operational tactics include phishing, malware, and supply chain attacks. These methods target critical sectors to gather intelligence, disrupt systems, and manipulate outcomes, often in energy and financial industries. Case studies and major incidents. Apt 28 shows Russia's strategy in action. By combining espionage with leaks, Russia amplifies division and undermines trust. From Estonia in 2007 to Ukraine in 2014 and the 2016 US elections, we can see consistent disruptive patterns. Integration of cyber intelligence. Russia integrates cyber intelligence into its broader military and political strategy. Offensive and defensive operations go hand in hand, with information campaigns amplifying the effects of stolen data and disruption. In today's conflicts, cyber is a permanent part of hybrid warfare. Russia relies on a multi-actor approach, blending state agencies with criminals and activists, allowing deniability while still steering outcomes. In conclusion, to end Module 2 presentation, Russia's cyber operations are shaped by recurring patterns, historical roots, and modern tactics, motivated by security, economics, and information control. These operations are fully integrated into Russia's geopolitical strategy.